Hi guys, this is a bit of a hot debrief on the unfolding 2020 US presidential election. As some of you know, I've had a bet on for a few weeks now, and I was even adding to this bet last night. We stand to make £497 profit if this bet goes our way. I was even adding to this bet in the early hours of this morning, because even once the results started coming in, polls were closed, results were coming in on the eastern seaboard states, you could still get very good odds. You get odds about 2-1 on Donald Trump to win. About 2:30 a.m. in the UK, they inverted, so Donald Trump, then the bookies were then predicting Donald Trump to be the most likely person to win. I would even go as far as saying I wouldn't be surprised if the betting markets have been manipulated, if there are people out there that were just buying Biden, with the intention of distorting the markets, because other than polls, people use the bookie markets to predict who's going to win. It's wisdom of the crowd. If you say X many people betting on Trump, X many people betting on Biden, and the significant amount of money is towards Biden, that can that can influence people to vote one way or the other. So I'm actually quite surprised. You could get amazing odds on Trump to win, even right up to about 2 a.m. UK time. Polls were closed, results were coming in. Trump was leading the popular vote at that time, and you get 2-1 on Trump to win. How did the mainstream media get this so wrong? We haven't got the Electoral College votes yet. We haven't got all the states report their numbers yet. But this appears, in my opinion, still to be going in Trump's favor. If I lose this bet, I lose this bet, but I don't think I will do. I think what's happened here is the mainstream media have made exactly the same mistakes they've made in 2016. Trying to manipulate people's vote by only ever reporting one side of the story. I'm not even the biggest fan of Trump, but I think he is the first president, at least in living memory, not to have started a new war. And as someone that doesn't live in the UK, that's a pretty important thing. We want a stable world. We don't really want a world where the US just continually bombs various countries. That's not a good thing. Trump, he gets a big tick in the box for that. He gets a big tick in the box for leading the way on low taxes and just generally leading values which America is good for. So I hope Trump wins. One, just for the benefit of the West, and secondly, we stand to make about £500 profit on this. What do we say about the polls? The pollsters have definitely already got it wrong. Even if Biden manages to secure a few states and ekes a very narrow victory, the polls got this completely wrong. The polls were saying something like, with 70, 80, 90% certainty, Biden was going to win. That's proved to be massively wrong. I mean, polls, in my opinion, are a contrarian indicator. If a poll says one thing, you are probably best off taking the opposing view, because the polls are wrong. 2016 Trump election, they were wrong about Brexit. I think they're being wrong now. They've been wrong in the UK in the last general election. Certainly some polls of how Labour would do. Some people even calling for a Labour landslide. These polls are consistently wrong. They are contrarian indicators. They are biased. They don't really... The role of a pollster now is just to manipulate people's views on the world. It is to say, orange man bad, creepy man good, vote this way, don't vote that way, everybody else is voting this way, so you should too. The polls have got it massively wrong, and the mainstream media has got it massively wrong. I hope some of you out there have also taken the bet on Trump to win, because even up to the early hours of this morning, you could have got quite good odds on Trump winning. That has melted away now. If you think Biden's going to win, you can probably get good odds, but I don't think many people are taking that bet. It's a little bit of a hot debrief. It would have been nice to actually do this video saying, okay, we've won or we've lost at least one way or the other, but the results are being gummed up a little bit. Whether that's for malevolent reasons, who knows at this point. It could be days, it could potentially be weeks, depending if they drag this out to the Supreme Court. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully we have firm results by later today, if not tomorrow. That would be really good news, just so the Americans know for one way or the other. I know for my bet, and the Western world knows for its own peace of mind who the next leader of the free world is. So yeah, just a little hot debrief, guys. Let me know in the comments, did you put a bet on this one? If you did, I hope you win, whichever way you bet. If it was Biden, if it was Trump. My personal opinion, I think Trump is going to do this, but it is tight. It is tight. If a few states announce the results the wrong way, Trump can still lose. That's not out of the question. But the bet was worth taking. I I thought it's always going to be about 50-50, maybe 60-40, something like that in Trump's favor. But when the bookies were giving odds 2, 3 to 1, it just makes statistical sense. You have to make the bet, even if you think you're going to lose. And I did start adding to that last night, as I thought with more certainty, 65-70% certainty, 75% certainty maybe, that Trump's going to win. It's an interesting one anyway, so stand maybe to make a few quid. If I do win, they'll be out celebrating. If I don't win, I won't be sad. You got to take the risk. If they see the numbers and it's worth taking the punt, you got to take the punt, in my opinion. I won £150 on predicting Brexit, and about £150 as well in 2016, also predicting the last Trump win. So hot debrief there, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Comment, let me know who the next leader of the free world is, and I'll see you in the next video.